Alright, hey, what's going on, guys? We're back with another episode of Cyber's Cafe here on Playlet. We're picking up where we left off. We just had our deco day. We're gonna jump into day 7. My bad, day 6. You already know we're gonna be doing this. We're gonna upgrade from the discount desk, hopefully to the printer. And there we go. We have the copying desk, which that makes it amazing. We're gonna get this iced coffee going real quick. And then we're gonna start calling again. Because if you remember, we bought the fountain and that tidy plant down there on the bottom left for first day of deco day to get our initial bonus. What I'm gonna need eventually, I'm feeling it now, is some wellies. Or not wellies, trainers. So I can move a little faster. Let's get this last ring in. Bring them in, bring them in. Cup for me and cup for you, you know what I mean? Alright, what you guys want? Regular black coffee. Got you guys, thank you. As you can tell, we are a fancy cafe here. You know, we hold a formal standard. Not that maid cafe, none of that. Time for another card. Let's see what we get for choices. A latte, which is placing milk in a steamer to fill it with black coffee placed on the machine, and then it creates a latte, or I can do 20 less patience. We're at 7 people. At unexpected groups, 15% less. It ain't gonna be that hard. I can do the different coffees. I'll be honest. The hard part is the milk and running all around. So now we have this here. We're gonna have to shift everything by 1 down. So there's 2 between each, and we'll put the ice one in the middle, and then we'll shift our tables down to be centered with each other, to be centered with where we're at. So milk here, this here. You see what I mean? Each station is going to be in its own area. This actually works out perfectly now. I can put these 2 in the middle, shift this over 1. Actually, I'll put this here, that there. The milk's going to stay there. This allows me 2 different locations for coffee. This allows me having a latte on this side, ice on this side, not running back and forth. I should do the 2 in the middle like this with the coffee makers at the end, I'll be honest. Yeah, that works out better. What is it? The copy desk will save that for 1 more day. Alright, let's get this going. You already know, coffee here. Get that coffee going here. Move it over. Place that there. Place that there. coffee, I got you, not a problem. See, if you ever feel like you're about to fail a day, or you don't like how you set something up, you just do that. Return to headquarters. Real simple. I didn't like the plan set up because it's been a while since I've done coffee. I kind of forgot that you can easily do this where that's back there. You don't need all this in your way, because all you need to do is just run around here and grab that. And on top of that, because of how we have this all set up, if I was playing with multiple people, what it would be doing, what I would have done if I was playing with more than one person, is have everything here like this with basically a setup something like this all the way down one side. Especially for this, because if you do this and you spread them out, minus these, you put coffee here, like that, coffee here. You can put the milk here, and then doom. You see what I mean? But since I'm playing solo, what I'm doing is I'm doing this, a similar setup, but one closer, kind of like this. And since I don't need the phone anymore, you see how that works? Because the phone can go right over here. I don't need the counter, don't need this or that, don't really need this. I could do it, and that would guarantee me having enough tables for everyone, but I don't need it. First things first, you get that going, get this going, go over here, do this one, then run around. Move that over, get that one started again. The only downside to being this close is until you have your messes dealt with, they will continue to be an issue the entirety of the time. And the only other issue is you'll have to keep that topped up at all times. Boom, boom, boom. You see how I'm prepping everything? It's just easier to get things prepped and ready. That way you have one of each. I believe you can make a few lattes just from one thing of milk at any given time. We are going to call because it is almost done. We've done enough groups and I have enough coffee ready to go. You want this? Cool. You want that and that. There we go, just like that. And normally if I wanted a different desk, I would just do this again, but I don't want anything other than the copying desk currently. You get some people who want the blueprint desk. That's understandable. I don't prefer I don't prefer starting with the blueprint desk. I got the trainers because it makes it where I can run around easier and faster. Just like so. One, two. My bad, I'm already getting out of it. You know what? We'll roll it again. We'll take the blueprint desk. Boom. Boom. You want a double latte? We'll call our last groups. You want a latte? Got you. I have enough coffee made for each variation. You always want to be able to make enough coffee or whatever your meal is that if you have two people, one person coming in late at the end, that you have one of each type. That way, no matter what, you don't have to remake something. It's always the best for that. What is this? The blueprint desk. I'll take this and we'll throw the dining table in for now. Again, we're gonna start back here. Can't do that because I didn't move it away. Grab our trainers, call twice, run over here, boom, boom, run back, move this over, boom, 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 boom. That is the only problem with trainers is the food mess. You do have to kind of clean up the mess or else you track it around. That's kind of why I'm staying up here when I interact with these. See, I'm not worried because I have a minute. I know I can do it. What I want to do is get some coffee going. Right now, there we go. Hand you your mocha. Boom. 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 Again, may not have enough coffee ready, but that's okay. It's not. We have two machines, so I can just do that. It's finding a rhythm of what you need. The counters aren't really necessary. If you want, you can condense it down to 4 machines, but until you get belts, conveyor grabbers, and smart grabbers, I don't recommend it, because then you run into the issue of you run into that issue of people, if you have everything, if everything's going together side by side, you run into the issue of accidentally making the wrong item when you need to make a latte. You may make a iced coffee, especially once you start getting into everything. We'll do the cake stand just because it's a little easier. That's easy to do. That's can go right there. I'll just move that down one. I'll do this here, 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 and I will push it back just so I don't run into their messes, honestly. So what we'll do is we'll do that there. We'll do this here, and then what else? We'll throw this here. So eventually, once I get a copy desk, I will start copying coffee tables like crazy, so that everyone's sitting inside, and I'm only using like 3 or 4 tables the whole time. Boom. We got time. Remember, boom. Run over here, boom. Put my trainers on. Move this here. Put that there. You want regular coffee? I got you. That's gonna be the coffee maker. Boom. You want a latte? Boom, boom. See, that's where you gotta pay attention to what you're doing, because if you don't, and you focus on making coffee, your one thing too much, you won't notice what you're trying to get, or if they want something, or pay attention to, you may miss your blueprint desk also. Don't need a mixer. Don't need more milk yet. While we wait, I will research again. I think that's middle table, bar table. Coffee table. I'll let it click on its own. Looks like we're gonna get a mop. Yeah, if we're getting a mop, that's fine. I'll take it. Oh, clipboard. I will gladly take that. See, the ideal thing would be to have them. It's Deco Day. Yeah. God, no. What's this? No. Boom, 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 boom. What is that? Bar table? Yeah, metal table. See, this is the great thing, because this increases their patience and their ordering when while waiting. It's not it takes longer. It makes the time go down slower, so you have that time frame. That's lovely. I love it. All right, let's get this started. We're gonna go over by accident, but that's fine. Do I need another blueprint desk? No. There you go. I don't need any of that. I need a grabber. Always want to have like 2 extra of everything. Ooh, that ice dispenser would have been nice for later. I'm gonna grab that. I'm grabbing it just specifically for the later game. I think that says fancy table. I'm hoping that's a fancy table. Because if it is, I can make more money off coffee at that point. Well, let me order everyone here. Come on in, people. Have a cupcake. You want a latte. You want a latte and iced coffee. You also want the cake tray. You want that. You want that. And then you're gonna want this. Yep. Boom. And then give me that back. There we go. We only went over by a little bit. That's okay though. We're gonna end the day here. After we look at everything, see what we have. Simple. We don't want the simples. But what we're gonna do, we do want this one, so we'll move that away. We'll throw this back out, we'll bring that in, so we can roll for a copying desk. That's gonna stay. buy this just for later on. Alright. Well, have a wonderful day, all of you.